Hey guys, oh my goodness, it is so cold. It's just like a snowy day outside and I really don't want to do anything. Anyways, if you're new here, my name is Mishra and I talk about all things budgeting, personal finance, and our debt-free journey, the good and the inevitable bad. So today we're gonna do kind of like a debt update. I'm also gonna go through some of my investments with you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would love, 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 love to have you join the family. Okay, so just a little backstory if you're new here or you might have just recently subscribed to my channel. But I've been in debt for a pretty long time because there's one point in time when I just didn't really think there was anything wrong with it, or I was okay with just paying my minimum payments. It was just kind of like another bill that I knew I would have. But you know, now growing with a family and more responsibilities, debt has become more of a hindrance. So I've had debt for a long time. There's been times of paying it off and then racking it back up and paying it off, and then emergencies would happen and whatnot and who not. So anyways, but then last June, we consolidated some of our loans, and that's kind of now our starting point. So this kind of debt payoff journey is starting from June of 2022. Back in June of 22, our total debt was $48,265. So yes, quite a bit. And just a disclaimer, these are only my debts. Me and my husband, we don't have any joint debt, but we've probably paid off more than what I'm stating here, but this is just, you know, my debt. It's my journey and we're not necessarily on it together, if that makes sense. So anyway, so yeah, $48,000 of debt. And so last year I had a goal of paying off $10,000 of debt, and over the course of the year from January to December, I was actually able to pay off closer to $14,000. And so if you've watched my goals video, you know that this year the goal is to try and pay off $15,000 worth of debt. Basically, these are our January numbers. So I have 2 credit cards that basically the balance just stays the same, because even though I might pay some down, the interest kind of comes back, and I haven't actively been trying to pay these off. So my first credit card, the balance is $1,000. And the second credit card, the balance is $6,500. So in my goals video, you'll also see that my goal was to try and pay off $151 additional above the minimum payments of debt. But I was unable to do that in the month of January because we had no additional income coming in. And so I wasn't able to do that. But it's fine. You know, the goal is a year goal, even though I've kind of broke it up into the month. So it's fine. We'll just try again in the month of February. And then so the consolidation loan that I have, the balance now as of January 31st is $27,270. So that went down by $740. And then my final debt is my car. So we had a car, it was in an accident, but we still have to pay the remaining balance on it. That amount now is $3,800. So we've reached below the $4,000 mark. And so we paid off $500 towards that for the month. So now our total debt as of January 31st, or my total debt as of January 31st is $38,570. So for this month, I was able to pay down $1,240. And so that's without making additional debt payments. And then so since June until January 31st, the total amount of debt that I have paid off is $9,695. So even though it doesn't seem like that much as I'm going through the month, it really does accumulate, because paying off almost $10,000 since June is a pretty good, it's just really good. It's really good, and I'm really happy with that. Basically, that is our debt update. Hopefully in the month of February, even though right now I don't see us having any additional income, hopefully in the month of February, we're able to pay some down on that credit card that's $6,500. And so in my head, I'm thinking, even if I could just pay even $50 down, that would be good. So we'll see what happens, if that balance will stay the same or if it will change next month. So now on to our investments. So in March of 2022, I enrolled in my work's group RRSP, so our retirement savings plan at work. And so my company matches up to 3% of what I contribute. And so even though, our income has kind of fluctuated, I decided that I still wanted to commit to that because receiving, 100% matching funds is almost basically like free money. The balance of the investment fund as of January 1st was $3,589.60. And then invested in the month of January was $373.80. And so the ending balance is $4,168. So that's pretty good. Last year I had nothing, and this year I have just over $4,000. And so the rate of return as of January 1st in this specific account is 5.6%. So I'm happy with that for now. Moving on to our next investment, which is for our children's education. So our registered education savings plan. And so if you watched my December video, you know that I opened this up in December. At the end of December, we had gotten some money at Christmas time from my grandparents. So I decided to take $100 per kid and put it into this account. And part of the reason why I did that is because I had received a letter, and the government has something called Canada's Learning Bond. And the letter basically told me if I even just opened the account, I could potentially get additional funds deposited into the account, on top of the fact that there's already a grant that the government matches up to 20% of your contributions, up to a maximum over a certain amount of years. Anyways, I'm not going into that part, but anyway, so I was like, well, more free money. So I decided at the very end of December to open up the account with a $300. So the balance of the account as of January 1st was $300.35. And so I personally invested $75 in the month of January because I'm doing $75 a month. And so we received government grants that totaled $1,090 in the month of January. So I was really happy when I saw that get deposited this week. The ending balance in the account is $1,526.22. So I'm super happy that I decided to open this account, because it's just kind of good knowing that even though I put in $300 or $375, there's now just over $1,500 in the account. So, even though we're kind of going through this debt-free journey, personal finance is personal. So people will do it different ways. But, I've decided that even though I'm paying down our debt, I did still want to take advantage of additional funds or free money that didn't have to come from myself to start building for our future. And so I'm really happy that I did that. So, we're paying down our debt. We've paid down, over $10,000 worth of debt. But at the same time, I've accumulated over $5,000 that's going towards my future and my children's future, my family's future. So anyways, that is our debt update and a little insight into how our investments are doing for retirement and for our children's education. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.